Are you struggling with anxiety related to saying the correct pronouns for people who ask to be called by they or them? Or are you caught up in wondering what is all the fuss about pronouns? Worry no more. I have answers for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Kalani Kachela for Dr. X Knows. Get your anxiety under control now by watching this video to the end. In this video, I will discuss the importance of using a person's preferred pronouns. I show you who is behind the current move to identify people's pronouns and why. Last, I offer strategies for updating your pronoun language. Later in the video, I will provide a formula for knowing what pronouns to call someone and what to say when you make a mistake. I remember when I first heard individuals use they, them pronouns. It was just weird and made little sense. People who were identifying as women or men in the past, or had always used she, her, or he, him pronouns were suddenly switching. I couldn't get on board. After a few years of practicing without fully understanding, and I did say a few years, I'm now fully on board the pronoun train. Before we go on, write in the comments your personal pronoun and tell us if you use they, them for your family or friends, or even your coworkers. Generation Z, the people born after 1995, and millennials, those born between 1980 and 1994, are the movers and shakers of the current pronoun movement. For millennials and Gen Z, sexual and gender identity are matters of choice. They believe everyone is free to choose how they identify. They say no one should be forced to accept the gender given at birth. This is a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at the world. They are breaking the mold and creating a new form or shape to how people construct identity. The he, she mold makes little sense for recent generations. As they shape the culture, workforce, church, and create their own families, they are flipping the switches on how people understand themselves. As an African American, I feel the change. People with my skin color have been through several changes over the decades. Since I've been alive, which is 62 years, we've used the following terms: Negro, Black, African American, and now BIPOC, which is an acronym which groups together Blacks, Indigenous, and people of color. Each change has forced me to reevaluate who I am and search for reasons behind the change. Each change has arrived with a deeper sense of dignity and respect. Each new identity feels more specific and purposeful. My pronouns are he, him, and XK. I use XK as my initials for Kalani Kachela, which represents my name, but also my choice to identify my African ancestors. I see my identity as more fluid than I did in the past. I have always considered myself a cisgendered male. Now I'm connected my identity to my ancestors. When it comes to knowing what a person's pronouns are, it is important to find out from the person in question. If they self identify, the most respectful way to treat them is to use their preferred pronouns, those which they have identified that they want you to call them by. If the person doesn't self identify, use this approach. I want to be respectful to you. Please share with me your pronouns. Or you might ask, would you mind sharing with me your pronouns? It's that simple. The hard part is within you, growing to accept that pronoun usage is on the move, and if you don't get on board, you'll be left behind using outdated language and disrespecting people who deserve better from you. It takes time to get accustomed to using they, them pronouns for people whose physical presence is feminine or masculine in your mind and in your eyes. The same goes for people who appear to be neither, or we may sometimes say gender ambiguous, those whose gender you can't determine on your own. But don't let this stop you. Your eyes and brain may see one gender or a neutral gender, but the person asked to be called something different. Go with it. Show respect. Update your language. When you find yourself making mistakes, apologize. I have a colleague that presents in my mind as masculine. They have a gender neutral name, Sky, and for the longest time I kept referring to them as man. Each time I catch myself immediately and apologize. My brain couldn't make the switch. It was accustomed to assigning names like brother, man, dude, and so on. Although it was comfortable to me, I recognized I was not making my friend feel safe nor respected. Then I realized I could use other friendly and respectful words like friend or my friend. That felt awkward at first, but it was better for our relationship. It was better for me. Putting people first is the key. Put people before your rules or your insistence on doing it your way. Keep your connections friendly, honest, and respectful. Don't let your rusty rules stand between you and other people, especially people that you care for or people that care about you. The golden rule says treat people the way you want to be treated. When you use people's preferred pronouns, you practice the platinum rule. Treat people the way they want to be treated. Follow this guidance and you'll eventually discover your pronoun anxiety going away little by little. Now, please subscribe to this channel. I hate to beg, but I'm not above it. If you enjoyed this content, click the button that says subscribe or like and leave a comment. When you subscribe to this channel, you help others find this content. Thanks for watching and be sure to check out this video.